Guys, how you doing? Welcome back. MDW coming at you with another action figure review. I've picked up another hot toy, another Spider-Man hot toy. If you guys have seen it on my Instagram profile. So this one is a little bit different than some of the other ones out there. So this is an exclusive movie promo edition Spider-Man. So it's got literally Spider-Man Far From Home on the box, and it was, I think, only released really just around the time of Spider-Man Far From Home came out. I don't know, I think it's just going to be a limited run again, but it's literally a reissue of the figure from Homecoming, which a lot of people wanted. They didn't manage to pick it up, so I think they just kind of re-released this figure, as he does wear this suit for a little bit in Far From Home. But let's have a little look at him. Guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. So let's have a little quick look at the outside of the box. So it's a bit different than a lot of the Hot Toys figures. It kind of feels like they've just kind of whipped this up quite quickly in a small space of time just to get it out there. There was no real kind of pre-order for this guy, I don't think. I think he just kind of literally just turned up out of nowhere when Far From Home came out. So it's still got the same sleeve over the box as usual. But there's a lot of a different design to the box, with regards to the art and everything. So it's got Hot Toys exclusive in the top corner there. Big picture of Spider-Man on the front of the box. It's got like the red Spider-Man logo behind the red blue. It's kind of this purple tint to it. I thought it was actually a bit light damage to the box when I first got it, but it isn't. It's just literally like the way the light is kind of shining from behind the figure. Movie promo edition, 1/6 scale. It's got the Far From Home logo on it. It's got a couple of nods to the new film. It's got like the Arrival at Prague Far From Home like stamp as if it was on like his suitcase or his luggage, which is quite a nice little touch there as well. And it's got all the blurb at the back about the the sculptors and all this kind of stuff with it, and then really the promo on the side there. It's got Venice again, the stamp there for the Venice on his passport, which is cool. So yeah, a little bit different. And then we literally slide up top of the box. It's got the same window packaging we've come to see with a lot of the Marvel figures now. There we go, you guys can see that a bit closer, and there is the figure within. Pop this open. So as far as I can tell, there's not really much difference to this figure than from the Homecoming version. I did do a little research and see if there was actually a new additional head sculpt or anything. I don't know really if you guys out there have picked this guy up already, and you say I don't have the Homecoming version, so whether there is much of a difference, I'm not 100% sure. But when I read up about it, and I've seen other people reviewing and looking at the figure, it kind of looked like there's not really much difference. Few less accessories. I don't believe you get an interchangeable head with this one as you did with the others. You've got Tom Holland with it. It's just literally the standard Spider-Man figure. But let's have a little look at it. Let's have a closer look at this guy, because I reviewed the PlayStation 4 version of Spider-Man recently, and I really like that figure. This is quite a bit different. So let's get into it. Guys, Spider-Man outside of the box. So let's have a little look at the figure close up. So there's plenty of articulation to be had with Spider-Man. Let's have a quick rundown of that now. So his head is obviously on the classic ball joint, so it was left and right, up and down. The costume, the red parts on the costume are made of kind of like a red fabric that's stretchy. You guys can see it moving there. So I'm a bit nervous about moving the head. It doesn't seem any issues with it moving the head here, but there's a lot of stitching and stuff that I was quite worried about moving the head. But it moves quite freely. That's no issue at all. It's quite stiff though, do you know what I mean? The material rubs against each other, so it's not super movable, so that's alright. Then you can see literally the joints on the buck underneath the suit where it's so skin tight, but he can get his arms up to this position here. So there's quite a bit of movement, probably going to get any further than that. You can see the joints there. Then he's got the swivel at the bicep there. And then he's got the joint, the elbow there, so you get a good swivel motion with that. And then the wrist obviously spins 360 degrees, all Hot Toys figures. There's quite a bit of a torso crunch you can get with him, because obviously it's a skin tight suit, so you can literally move the butt forward and back there. Bit of a twist to it, not really much. You want to protect the suit, so there we go, it does twist a little bit though, so that's not too bad at all. The legs here are the bits that's hampered most of the articulation, so you don't want his costume to stretch anything kind of further than that. You can see the stitching going up, same as with the PlayStation 4 version of Spider-Man. It's the same articulation really. The legs go up a little bit there, and then you've got obviously the knee joint at the bend, double joint at the bend, so you can probably get quite a nice little bend on the knee. You guys can see that. And then the ankle has a joint in it as well, so you can put it up. It's like a little hinge joint, or even a ball joint actually, yeah, so it swivels all the way around. And then there's one at his toe, Again, a tiny little one at his toe, so you can bend his toe up. So the articulation is pretty much exactly the same as the PlayStation 4 version we've got. I think the legs actually move a little bit freer in this one than it does in the PlayStation 4 version, but then I think other bits like the feet and stuff don't move as well in this one as the PlayStation 4. So it's got little bits of, you know, kind of plus and minuses compared to the other version of Spider-Man, which I've reviewed recently or had a look at. Closer look at the costume. So the classic red and blue Spider-Man outfit that he wears in Homecoming, and he does wear, like I said, for a bit in Far From Home. So the red is a really nice vibrant red. It's a bit more red, you know, kind of brighter than the red on the PlayStation 4 version, the advanced Spider-Man suit. It's gone back to the classic black logo in the centre there, the spider, and then the black piping around the outfit rather than the bright white. His web shooters on his hands can move around as well, so that's quite nice. They seem to be, I don't know if they're attached to the suit here or not. I don't think they are. I think they are separate pieces. They're like a gloss black finish on them. A little bit of detail with the silver on there, and a little bit of, again, detail on his belt. So that's quite a nice touch, breaks it up. The blue, yeah, it's like the nice kind of sky blue colour. And we've got obviously these cool little like design patterns. Almost looks like techno kind of suit, nano suit or whatever, all the way over it. So it looks a bit more decorative rather than just having the standard blue. And then you've got the boots again, which the advanced suit doesn't have, and he's got those cool little kind of spider sneakers that stick to the walls. So let's have a closer look at the head there. So the eyes are magnetic, can be swapped out, which I'll show you guys in a second. There is a bit of stitching on the head, which I don't think a lot of people were happy in the original version of this figure, and I don't think they've changed it much for this one. So he does have a stitching line literally running from the back of his head here right the way down to the front. You can see it basically runs parallel with this kind of black web line here, so it doesn't really show out that much apart from when it hits to about here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is literally, like, you can see where the stitching ends there. There's just like a bit of stitching all together, and I don't know, it just kind of, that it just feels like it's a bit of an eyesore. They could have moved it perhaps, or done this bit here at the back. Do you know what I mean? There is just literally like his mask just suddenly stops. There's this big kind of clunk of stitching that just stops right in the middle of his forehead there, and it's, it looks okay. I just think that if it was going to split, if you move the head too fast, or if it's going to split in any way and your mask is going to be damaged or anything, I think that's the first place it's going to come and happen, is that. And I do think I remember reading that people had issues with their Spider-Man masks splitting on their old one, on the original version of it. I don't think they've changed the design much. I think this is pretty much exactly the same. So there's a word of warning there, guys, for that. So this Spidey does come with a few accessories with him, much like the Advanced Suit Spider-Man. Not as many though, and I don't know if it's, I think it's exactly the same amount of accessories as you've got with the Spider-Man Homecoming version, apart from obviously the Tom Holland head sculpt as well. I may be wrong. If I am wrong, just let me know, but obviously I'm pretty sure most of this stuff came with the original Spider-Man. So you've got his cool web wings that sit under his arms. So again, these are really nice, clear plastic with a web sculpted on them, paint job there, a nice little bit of fading out, so you guys can see the shadowing there, so that's really excellent. And so they just magnetise on in place, so I'll show you them, guys. I'll show you those in a minute. Then you've got two interchangeable web shooters, you've got another two spare web shooters, comes with him. He comes with the web set as always. We've seen this with the Iron Spider version and the Advanced Spider suit. So again, it's like this clear plastic, quite bendy plastic there that you can use to put him in loads of different positions. You can have him shooting out of his web shooters, or you can have him holding them, so swinging positions or firing web bolts out. You also get this kind of big web splat as well that you can have on the end of one of them. Loads of hands that you get. So you've got two web shooting hands, and then you've got a grasping web hand, so yeah, like when you're swinging. There are two of those. You've got two wall sticking hand, and then you've got two kind of holding or grabbing or whatever, generic hands. And then you get obviously the interchangeable eyes, so you get two of the big wide eyes, you get two of the smaller ones, kind of half open eyes, and then you get two of the Spider-Man suspicious eyes where they're all closed in. So that's cool. You can put one in and one out, and it gives you loads of different combinations of expressions on Spider-Man's face, or Spider-Man's face, Spider-Man's mask. The Spidey also comes with a display base, like they always do. So this one again has got Marvel Spider-Man logo Far From Home though on it. So I don't know whether this is the same base that they had for Homecoming and they've just changed this lettering out there, but You've got literally a design, they've got the spider, all these kind of crazy neon colours, Far From Home, and then Spider-Man down the front with the spider logo. Then you get obviously the reinforced rods we've started seeing with the new figures now. And literally this rod here will sit in the back of the base, it screws it into position, and then literally you get a clamp with it. Here, get the smallest screwdriver in the world, undo this bit here, the clamp sits on the end of the iron rod, and then you can use it, this bit here, to open up and use it to clamp around your waist of your figure or wherever you want, so you can give them some more dynamic poses. The eyes are easy to work, they just literally pop out the head and you just pop the new eyes in. Hands as usual, twist to put them off. The web shooters come off as well, and then you can put on the new web shooter that has the holes in it to display the web blasts, and then obviously the hand just goes on top. It's a really nice fit for the web blast and all the other web accessories. You can literally just pop them in the hole there and it sits in there nicely. Then to put the web glider pieces under his arms there, you literally just open up his body like that, like I've just done, and then literally the bit's just magnetised to the side of his body. You guys can see the 3 little mini magnets there on the piece itself. Takes a little bit of doing, you know, just have to manoeuvre the figure around a little bit, but there you go. But thanks for watching, everybody. That's my review of the 1/6 scale reissue Spider-Man Far From Home action figure from Hot Toys. I apologise for the lighting in some of the photos here. It doesn't really give off how vibrant the red is. I'm actually in the process of getting some more lighting equipment just to light up my figures a bit more. He's out on the market now. It is still a very hefty price for it. You're going to talk about over 300 quid for this figure. So, I mean, if it is an absolute desperate must for you to pick up this version of Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, then, you know, it's definitely worth looking into, because they still go for £400-500, the initial version ones. I don't know how long this will be about and how long this will be readily available for, but it's worth a pick up if you're a die-hard Spidey fan. Overall, I'm really happy with the figure. The stitching's a bit of a letdown on the mask there, and say, yeah, the accessories are a bit short compared to the PlayStation 4 Advanced Suit version, and that's the one I'd get if I had the choice out of all the Spider-Men. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in my next Hot Toys action figure review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
Find MDW on Facebook and Instagram now at MDW_toys.